Hey there, welcome to day 19 of our Get Up and Go Challenge. 30-day Get Up and Go Challenge. Started February 1st, we'll finish it up a little bit into March. But today we're going to talk about the P in our SOAP framework. And we're talking about it with respect to our physical well-being. At least I am using that as a demonstration to go through the S, the O, the A, and the P, the SOAP framework, and make sure that I'm giving you a good example of how you could apply it to your life. How? By applying it to my life. Today we're going to talk about, well, yesterday your action. How did your action go? Did you get a result? Did anything happen? Did you feel different? Did you think differently? Did you see things differently? Did anything you do start you moving toward what you want? Did it start you moving away from what you want? Or did you don't have a result yet? You don't know if there was any result of the action that you took yesterday. Today, the P in the SOAP framework is all about progress. We talked about it the last time through. We're going to talk about it again. And we're going to share my absolute favorite progress-related tool because it takes all the subjective experiences and things that we've had and it allows us to put it in a graphic form so that we can step back and we can look at it and we can say, okay, yep, this is it. And am I going in the direction I want to go, or am I going, which is, we always want to be expanding and growing and moving up toward our goals, or am I getting smaller? Am I shrinking? Am I in this area of my life? Am I struggling more than I was before in looking at my life thus far? And if so, how am I going to stop that downward spiral and prevent myself from going backwards so that I can continue to stop and then move forward again? So that's the Lifeline exercise. I actually learned about this exercise a long time ago. It wasn't in college. I think it was my first job in corporate America where I learned about this exercise. I've learned a lot of very amazing tools from my dad before I ever went to corporate America on my own and started learning and growing as a person and professional. But I believe this one I learned about when I was working at Procter & Gamble, the big P&G. And what is it? The Lifeline exercise is an exercise where we draw on I'm going to show you some of my ugly previous ones. Not that one because it's so bad. Let's look at, I don't even remember when this is from, but I pulled up a couple of my past ones. All we do is we draw a line on a piece of paper. We put the year we're born. You don't have to start when you're born, but I like to start when I'm born, depending on what I'm using the Lifeline exercise for. I can do a Lifeline exercise on my physical well-being, my emotional, my mental, my financial health, my contribution, how much am I giving of value into the world. I can go over time and I can look at and I can graph, and I can pick what my measurement is. So say I've done it for perfect health as physical. I've done it for, what did I do here? Did this one for, I can't see it, for something else, but I picked a different health thing through most of it. I think a lot of the time it's weight, because it's very easy to think about, well, is my weight a clear indicator of my health? Absolutely not. I mean, when I was pregnant, I weighed more than ever, but I wasn't unhealthy. I was actually probably in better health when I was pregnant than many other times when I weighed different things. But weight is a number, it's a measurement, it's an easy thing to measure, so it's an easy thing to track and look at over time. When I did perfect health, I liked that because I could think about my overall health and energy and well-being, and that creates a slightly different graph than my actual physical weight, right? But we can pick whatever we want and have that be the column, the left-hand column of our graph, and then we can go forward, and it probably looks on my right because everything's backwards. So, and then we graph the highs and the lows. We graph the major milestone points in our memory, the things that we remember easily. We graph those first, and then as we think of things, we can add them later on, and we can have as much detail or as little detail as we want for this. It's just a tool for us to visually look at and see, are we trending, and this is one with a lot of different areas of my life on it from last year, are we trending upward with our graphs? Some of these, boy, whatever this orange one is, do I have a key on here? No, I don't remember what the orange one is. I'd have to think about it. But it goes way down with my sudden cardiac arrest, so this is interesting. I suspect the orange might be my finances, actually. That looks like probably my financial health or my financial well-being. But what I'm looking for is progress, that I'm moving toward and up and improving in each of these areas and aspects of my life. So I decided this year I'm going to make a giant lifeline. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to do all the different areas and aspects of my life as I go through the challenges this year. And each time that I do it, probably the lifeline exercise I'll do for physical this time, so I'll grab that one. The next time I do the challenge, I'll probably do it for financial or for relationships, and then I'll do it for each of the other 4 areas. So I get my own clean version of this graph with nice colored markers, each a different color, each a different key. And then I can look at it and I can take a big snapshot of what I think is my entire life. Is my whole life moving in the direction I want it to? I already know that it is, but it's nice to have a graphic representation that shows that I really feel that way about all the different areas and aspects of my life. Because look at these graphs. Guess what? I used to do above the line and below the line, and I probably won't do it on that one, but I'll pick a different measurement for each of the different areas of my life and graph it out. But it goes to show you that our life isn't a straight line. Did I think that my financial health and my financial life would be a straight line up over time? Yeah. When I was going to school, I was growing up, I thought I was going to, study hard, work hard, go to college, get a degree, get a job, and work. I actually thought I'd probably work for 3M like my dad for my whole career, and then I would retire. And of course I would just, steadily increase my income over the years. Well, the orange is actually what really happened. And the same has been true with my physical health. I mean, as a kid, I thought I'm just going to have a nice, healthy life like everybody else, and it would just go up, 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 up as I got older, and then maybe it'd start to come down a little bit as I aged. Well, no way. My actual physical health has been as big a roller coaster ride as my financial health and as my relationships, just like we all go through cycles. So today our challenge is to do this lifeline exercise for yourself. Just grab a piece of paper and just start putting dots on it based on your physical, whatever measurement you want to use. Is it your ability to fit into clothes? I always liked that one because it seemed like I felt better if I fit into my clothes than if I looked at a number on the scale every day. But it's what works for you. And just start making the high points of your life, the highs and lows, on your graph and see, am I trending up or am I trending down? Now with COVID-19, I think a lot of us had a little downward blip for certain areas and aspects of our life. My financial health and my financial life went up during COVID-19 since last year, but a lot of areas, my physical health has definitely taken a dip. Plus, that's why I'm doing the challenge and continuing to do the challenge to make sure that I adjust my graph and adjust my life. It's more about adjusting my life than my little lifeline exercise to continue to make progress. Again, knowing that I'm always going to have these ups and downs in every area and aspect of our lives. That's part of the human experience, and it makes it really fun. All right, not sure I did a great job explaining that. Let me show you another little lifeline that I did for, this was our October challenge. This was my physical lifeline for the October challenge. I happen to do physical for October. I think I've been using the lifeline exercise. Every challenge, I make sure I share it. That's how powerful a tool it is. I think everybody should have it in their toolbox because it's one of those tools, kind of like the one we learned for our action yesterday, the plus or minus. I mix up the tools and what area and aspect of my life that I use them on during the different challenges. But I think that's good because it, number one, makes me use the tools on different areas and aspects of my life, but it also demonstrates to you that these tools I'm sharing can be used on different areas of your life. They're not just, oh, you can only do a lifeline exercise for your physical life. No, absolutely not. All right, have an amazing day. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. I got a busy day planned.